So I have a great conversation to have with you now. Someone says, can you do an analysis on sleep paralysis? It's something I've been suffering from since I was 10 years old, so much that I drank alcohol every night to the point of blackout, so I wouldn't experience it at night. I want to quit drinking as I know how damaging it is to my health, but I don't know of any other way to escape the hellish experience of sleep paralysis. Oh, there is a lot to unpack in this, and let me dive right in. What is sleep paralysis? Sleep paralysis is being out of body while still in the body, not reconnecting to the body. So you're in your body, but you can't move your body, and that's scary. That's scary if you choose it to be scary. When I have the same exact experience, I go, oh, I'm just out of body. I consciously say, oh, I'm coming back into my body. I tell myself to, and I'll tell you the times that I experience it. There's sleep paralysis where you feel like you're stuck in your body and you can't move. There's another phase right before that where you're very conscious and the alarm clock goes off and you reach over to turn off the alarm clock and then you realize you forgot to take your arm with you. I've had that experience many, many, many times in my life. I forgot to take my arm with me. And I got to come back and go, okay, I'm consciously taking my arm. I take my arm over and turn off the alarm clock, right? We oftentimes will get to that space where we'll forget to take our arm because we're not connected. When you sleep, you are in a different state. When you go into that different state, you are going out of body. Everybody's out of body every night. Every time they're fully asleep, they're out of their body. And by going out of their body, they have to come back into their body. And sleep paralysis is literally being phased separate from your body. It's nothing to fear. Now, let's dive into the rest of this. The first line was, can you do an analysis of sleep paralysis? The next line is something I have been suffering from since I was 10. That's because at 10 years old, it scared you. And it scared you to the point where you were like, oh my God, oh, I'm so afraid. You found a fear, and you went into the fear, and you've created the fear. Your next line, so much so that I've drank alcohol every night to the point of blackout so I wouldn't experience it at night. You're afraid of experiencing sleep paralysis. You're afraid of that experience. And the reason you're afraid of that experience is because it's fearful. Alcohol is medicating your fear. What is the difference? Why do we drink alcohol? We drink alcohol because we want to feel that loving and safe place. And the loving and safe place being replaced by the buzz or the drunk or the blackout is safer than the feeling of fear. So what it really is when you are going into sleep paralysis, you are literally suffering from fear, not from anything else, because you're doing something very natural. When you're in your body and you don't feel like you can move it, instead of focusing on, I can't, right? Or focusing on, I'm suffering from, you need to get into the place of, oh, I'm out of body. Here's the cool part. If you're conscious in a body that you're not fully connected to like that, you can literally go, what do you want to show me? And have huge spiritual experiences in that moment. You can have huge spiritual experiences and go, okay, I'm here. What do you do? Because you are in a conscious state in an out-of-body place. And you will have the experience of the pure white light surrounding you, and you will have experiences that will make you so happy and so joyful, and you will feel unconditional love if you release the fear and relax into the sensation of being there. Because you'll experience everything. You don't get stuck. There's nothing to be fearful of. Buddha says the secret to enlightenment is the eradication of fear. In this situation, everything you're talking about is fear-based. I'm suffering from this. You're afraid of the suffering from it. Because you at 10 years old, it scared you. It made you fearful. I drank every night alcohol, and then you said, I want to quit smoking, as I know it's damaging my health, right? What is alcohol? What is smoking? Medicating your fear. How do you release fear? You release fear by exhaling. right? I said this before, actors on Broadway forget their lines on stage. First thing they're trained to do, exhale, relax all their muscles. And all their lines come rushing back into their head because the fear response makes us store air in our body and it makes us not feel good. But that exhale is releasing our fear and going back into a safe space, right? Now, think about this. An alcoholic sitting there says, I need a drink, I need a drink, I need a drink. They allow themselves to exhale. Smoker, they allow themselves to exhale. Then they associate the alcohol and the cigarettes with the feeling that isn't fear. So what they're doing is they are literally medicating their fear response. The next time you find yourself in a sleep paralysis state, consciously think, relax. You know, when I have done out-of-body travels for years. I've gone out of body many times, and the one thing that I learned is you can't get to that moment and be apprehensive. You can't get to that moment and go, oh, this is scary, right? You have to get to that moment and go, I'm relaxing into this. What do you want to show me? And by doing that, you no longer will need to drink. You'll no longer need to smoke because you will never have a greater high than experiencing the unconditional love of God that you're trying to recreate with alcohol and cigarettes. So that's my take on this. And I hope that helps. Next time you find yourself in that state, what do you want to show me? Get excited about it because you're out of body. That's the best place to communicate with God. It means you're a little higher up the chain. Your awareness has gone to the place higher than the physical realm, and you're just phased out. It's actually an evolutionary position, and for you to do it at a young age means that you were carrying a higher vibration at a young age. So vibrate it now. Vibrate it with relaxation, breathing, and just love and joy. Anticipate something fun as opposed to fearing something bad. Because fear is just an emotional reaction to a future event that may or may not happen with you focused on the negative outcome. Fear is simply negatively focused on certainty. So get certain about what you are the creator of. I am creating a fun and joyful outcome. Ooh, what's this? I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Right? The only thing you could fear in that moment is, I can't think of something you can fear in that moment. I wouldn't think of fear in that moment. I would be so excited to be in that moment to go, oh, okay, I'm here again. What now? Show me. Because you might be in that state specifically because you're ready to see the next thing. And that does not mean death, because I've been over there and talked to people and come back. So it's just an evolutionary place. And you started at it very young. Congratulations. Now, set aside the things that simulate a better feeling and go experience it. And you'll have a great time. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.